Hey, it's Mickey with Motion Restoration. So I'm here with a new series that we're going to be doing about neck health. So these are things that you're going to be able to do on your own at home. First, I'm going to go into some self-massage care techniques, something again you can do on your own at home. And then we're going to go into our stretch portion and then into the exercise portion. So I'm going to break these into a few different videos just so they're not too long, but then I'll create a sequence at the end. Now, why would we be looking at our neck health? Well, we're in a time where we constantly have what's called an anterior head posture. Now, think of the weight of your head. It is not light. For some of us, it is between 7 pounds to 10 pounds, depending on the size of you. So when we take all that weight, and if we don't have our head over top of our shoulders, we're going to be increasing the weight of our head the further forward we go. So the more that we go forward, the heavier and the more pressure that it puts on our neck. Now, let's take a look at what we do on our daily basis. We're on a computer. We're on our cell phones. So this tends to be the most common posture that us in our human society are taking, anterior head posture. So if you're somebody who's sitting at a computer for long periods of time, on your phone for long periods of time, these techniques will help you out. So the first one that we're going to be doing is the self-massage techniques. Now I'm sitting because it's what's most comfortable for me. And I'm also thinking that a lot of people, you're going to be doing this because you're at work, sitting at your computer desk. This is an easy thing to incorporate into just your day. So the muscles that are typically involved in our anterior head posture or forward head posture, we're going to be looking at the front, the side, the back, and as well getting a little bit more into this upper back area as well. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to bring awareness into how we're sitting. So I want you to roll those shoulders back and down. I want you to bring the chin back. So even just sitting like this for a couple of seconds will help to notice, wow, my head is really forward. First muscle that we're going to focus on for the massage is going to be what's called an SCM, or the sternocleidomastoid. So this guy here starts at the top, just underneath your ear, and it runs all the way down into that clavicle. So what you're going to start doing is I want you to make sure that you do not have too long of fingernails. If you do, then I want you to use more of the side pads of your fingers. So the easiest ones that I find to work are going to be the pads of fingers 3 and 4, as well as your thumb. So you're going to take that bottom part, that sternocleidomastoid, and I just want you to roll it between your fingers. And then you're going to scoot up, grab that muscle. So sometimes even just giving a little bit of leeway and just kind of leaning into it. And then I want you to pick that muscle up and I want you to pinch it between your fingers back and forth. And you're just going to work your way up and grab that muscle. And then work your way up, back and forth, roll the muscle between your fingers, all the way up until just underneath your ear here. Fantastic. And then I always like to go back down and even just picking that muscle up, moving it around. You can go in circles, you can go up and down, stripping along the muscle fibers, all the way back down. Keep picking it up, and then we're going to move to the other side. We have two sides here, so same thing, lean into it. And then I want you to skin roll, sorry, not skin roll, I want you to roll that muscle up and down, back and forth. Try to pick that muscle up, causing it to go into a nice relaxation. Now, if you're noticing there's an area that you're going, oh my gosh, that hurts so bad, stay there. Relax that muscle. It's okay. So pick that muscle up, and then up and down, and then all the way back down towards your clavicle. Fantastic. So that alone will help to release a little bit of the muscles on the front. Now we have other muscles that most of us don't know actually insert into the bottom part of the jaw as well. So even just taking your thumbs, again, try to have short nails when you're doing this. And I want you just to push your thumbs into underneath your jaw. So for this, it's best if you relax the jaw. And you're just going to massage kind of like this motion. in and amongst the jaw. So the more you look up, the more it's going to push you out. So looking down, going along that ridge of the jaw, just underneath, all the way to the back. Fantastic. And then coming into the front, you can hook your thumb all the way at the front, just underneath your chin. So that's going to help to relax muscles along in here. Then what we're going to do is I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to go into my left. We go into upper traps in here, and also we're going to be going into a little bit of levator from the anterior part or the front part. So levator connects all the way from the top of the scapula up through the back of the neck here. So we're going to grab that big chunk of muscle here called our upper trapezius or upper traps, and I just want you to pick it up and then stretch it to the side as you pick it up. And then grab that muscle, relax it, and then I want you just to squeeze as you bring your neck to the side. Perfect. So this is helping to relax that upper back. And then we got the other side too. So of course I'm wearing the wrong shirt for this. So I want you to squeeze that muscle. And you're always going to notice one side hurts more than the other. That is very natural. So squeeze that muscle, and then I want you to bring your neck to the side as you pull that upper trapezius forward and up, forward and up. This one alone just feels amazing just to do for yourself. Relax those muscles. Perfect. All right, so now we're going to go show you from behind. So for this, you're going to be using your thumbs mainly, and you're going to be pointing them down. So we're going to start, we have this bone here, that big bone that sticks out. It's called our C7. So we're going to start there. We're going to push our thumb in. Now, sometimes it helps just to be able to support that other arm. So as I'm massaging my thumb, I'm pushing down and up, down and up. So I'm going all along right beside the spine, down and up, down and up, all the way up into the base of what's called our occiput. So we're going to go up and down all along the spine, relax those neck muscles. So up and down, all the way back down along the spine. Now again, you're going to notice areas where you're like, oh my gosh, this is killing me. Now, if you feel I cannot bring my arm that way, use the opposite side and just use the pads of your fingertips. And the same thing, you're going to go up and down all along the spine. So it depends on what works best for you depending on your range of motion. So once we get up to that top of that occiput area, I want you to bring your fingers out just a little bit further here. So in here, we have more attachment points for the muscles in our neck. So again, we're going to press into those muscles into that side here. So we're just a little bit more lateral away and just behind the ear. And there's lots of muscle attachments right along in here. So we're going to go along in there. You might notice that, oh my gosh, there's a lot of tension, a lot of trigger points. Yes, that is completely natural. So find those areas of tension, and I want you to do little circular motions on them. Nice circular motions. Now, some people might be asking, how much pressure should I be putting? I don't want to damage myself. It's your own pain tolerance. So if you're going, oh my gosh, something's going to snap, then back off. So this is all within your own pain tolerance, and this is all in your own time. Now, this is meant to be something that you can do quick for yourself just to help to relax those muscles throughout the day. So remember, we have two sides. So again, either using your thumb and digging into those muscles along just to the lateral side of the spine, just beside the spine, all the way up into the occipital area. Or you can use the opposite hand again. So up and down, go frictioning along, back and forth, all the way up into the occipital region. Again, finding areas of tension. Yeah, I have lots. All right, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab both, and then again, beside that C7 bone there, I want you to dig both your fingers, and then you're gonna pull the muscles as you bring your head back and stretch it back and stretch it back. All right, so those are some self-massage techniques that you can do on your own just to help to relax the muscles of the neck. Sometimes when people don't have enough hand strength or they just find it an awkward position in order to do a self-massage for their neck with their own hands, sometimes adding something that would make it a little bit easier for yourself would be the way to go. So one of my favorite things is the lacrosse ball. Lacrosse ball is a great way to get into areas of the body without having to put in that much work on your own hands and burning yourself out. What you're gonna do is grab your lacrosse ball. So just like in that massage video, we're gonna go just along the front of the neck and then into the sides, into the back, and into that trapezius area as well. So you grab your massage ball or your lacrosse ball. If it's a little too firm, obviously you can just go for something a little softer like a tennis ball. We're gonna start again at that just below the ear, where that sternocleidomastoid is, and you're just gonna use the ball and you're gonna roll it up and down the SCM muscle with using your hand, just like this. If we just go a little bit more posterior to that SCM muscle, we're gonna hit into the scalenes as well. And then we just roll the ball up, and you're of course in control of all the pressure that is being used with that lacrosse ball. So going up and down, finding the areas of tension. And then when you're feeling that is loosened up enough of the muscles, then you're gonna switch sides and you're gonna do the other side as well. So rolling up along the SCM muscle, all the way to just below the ear there. And then a little bit more posterior, we're gonna hit into the scalene. There we go. And all the way back down. Then we're going to turn around and then we're going to go into the upper trapezius here with that lacrosse ball. So going along the top of that scapula, finding areas of tension, pushing in with that lacrosse ball. I find it's easier if you're going to go with the opposite hand to the opposite shoulder, it makes it a little bit easier. Go all along the top. And then we can take the ball right along just beside the spine here into the nice soft part, and then just going up and down and back and forth with that lacrosse ball on the areas of tension. Up and down, frictioning along, up into the occipital region, and then even bringing that ball out more laterally and getting into those occipital muscles here. That'll help to relieve any of that tension up there. So we're going to switch sides. So doing circular motions with that lacrosse ball, back and forth, frictioning along the muscle. And then up, just lateral to the spine again. Finding those areas of tension. So this might be a little bit easier for you if you are somebody who has difficulty using your hands, because I know it can be quite difficult and your hands can become quite tired very easily. So just using something as simple as a ball will help to relieve those areas of tension, and you can still get that release with those muscles in the neck. So lacrosse ball is a fantastic way to go to perform a self-massage. Now, typically when I do my stretches, I like to use an interval timer. I like to use an app, actually. It is called the Simple Interval Timers, or SIT. I find it fantastic to use because it's going to set up a time for me to know that I'm fully holding a stretch. Now, most of us know, but some of us don't, that if we don't hold a stretch for more than 30 seconds, that the body doesn't actually recognize what we're doing. So having an interval timer, having a timer in front of you does help. I like to set it for at least 40 seconds with about 5 to 10 in between each stretch. So I like to set up my timer. Today we're not going to be doing that. This isn't a follow along. These are just stretches that I know work best for the neck. So typically we're going to be doing these sitting in an office, sitting at work. If not, that's okay. But sitting I find is best because you can use your arms as an anchor for the opposite side. So first one that we're going to be doing is going to be ear to shoulder. So again, you're going to either hold on to that bottom of the chair with that right arm, or you're just going to put it underneath your butt. And then all you're going to do is relaxing that left side of the body. And we're going to stretch that ear all the way down. And we're going to try to put it ear to shoulder. Obviously I have quite a large gap, but the goal is holding again 30 to 40 seconds. And then you're going to relax, and then you're going to switch sides. And then we're going to go ear to shoulder, opposite side, holding that for 30 to 45 seconds. Fantastic. Next one we're going to do is called a chin to armpit. So this is going to stretch out the back portion of that neck. So all you're going to do is looking over that left shoulder and then look down at your armpit. If you want to increase the strength, all you're going to do is grab onto that back of that head and just pull it back down. And then you're going to go opposite side, increasing that stretch, or else you can just leave it. And then we're going to go chin to chest. So even going into kind of a bringing that chin down and then bringing the chin. The goal is kind of try to getting that chin into that top part of where your clavicle comes together, that sternum there. So your goal is just to try to tuck in that chin and bringing it down. Again, you want to increase that stretch. You just pull down. And then we're going to go chin up. And then we're going to go what's called look at the plane. So you're looking up and over. Opposite. And then we're going to go and look over. Look over. And then another one I like to do is you're going to put your hands, clasp them behind your back, and you're going to bring the shoulders down and push the chest forward. So that is a great stretch routine for you to incorporate into your day when you do have those neck tensions. So it is a great thing to follow when you're doing those neck massages, and then go into some neck stretches, and you'll just notice everything tends to open up more. It'll tend to bring more awareness into your posture throughout the day, helps you to bring those shoulders back and down and bring those ears over top of the shoulders. It adds less pressure onto the neck throughout the day as well. Hopefully that helps you out. We're going to be going through neck exercises. Now, you do not need weights for this. Trust me, it'll be enough just to have the weight of your own head. So first thing we're going to do is finding a comfortable spot, but nothing that's going to have any give to it. So a mattress isn't always the best way to go for these. Nice hard surface is actually quite a nice way to go. So first thing we're going to do, laying on our back, and we're going to pinch the muscles behind our back. Bring your arms down to your side. So we're going to tuck our chin to our chest, and then we're going to lift our head up and then back down. So we're going to do 5 reps to start. So 1, 2, keep that chin tucked, 3, 4, and 5. Next one that we're going to do is we're going to lift our head up, and then what I want you to do is you're going to shake your head no while keeping it elevated. So again, so for 1 rotation is going to equal 1. So we're already at 2, 3, 4, 5. So the next one that we're going to do, you're going to tuck your chin in again. Make sure that you're keeping those shoulder blades together and you're bringing your arms down to the side. Tuck that chin. This time we're going to go ear to shoulder for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, those 3 neck exercises, the first one that you're going to do a rest in between each set of 5. Eventually, you're going to build yourself up where you're going to do 5 reps, but you're going to do all 3 in one sequence together. So what that's going to look like is you're going to go yes for 5. You're going to go no for 5 while keeping that head elevated. And then you're going to go maybe for 5. Now, trust me, it is a lot on the neck, especially when you first start getting into it. So starting off with those 5 reps might be the way to go. And then eventually you're going to work yourself up into 10, 12. So it's going to help to strengthen those neck muscles and give you a bulletproof neck. The last one that we're going to do, you're going to flip onto your stomach. And then you're going to tuck that chin into your chest. And all you're going to do is bring that neck back and down, back and down. So we're working all different angles of the neck to try to keep it nice and strong, help you with your posture. So again, you want to start off with those 5 reps, but you're going to work yourself up. Now, if you're somebody who's like, I can already do that, I need more. So I want more weight. So you can go ahead, you can put the pressure onto the back of the head and relax those arms. You bring your head up. So by doing those exercises, it should help to give you a stronger neck throughout the day. Your goal is to do 5 reps, but do 3 sets, and then work yourself up to doing 10 reps, 3 sets. So work yourself up to make sure that you can gain that muscle strength that you're looking for.